For City of Johannesburg Mayor Dr. Mpho Phalatse is expected to face yet another motion of no confidence today during the council's first meeting of the year. It's understood the third motion will be brought by Jama-ah. Last year, Phalatse was briefly ousted in a motion by minority parties, but was later reinstated after a court ruling found her removal to be unlawful. The Patriotic Alliance has announced that it will vote in favour of today's motion, accusing the DA of running the municipality down. The party says it will support an ANC candidate for the city's mayor. Now, for that report, we speak to Mbali, Thethani. Mbali, good to catch up with you. Dr. Mpho Phalatse has survived motions of no confidence prior. Is she likely to survive this one? Does it have more merits than previous ones?
Well, Hugo, there are indeed new efforts to remove Joburg Mayor Mpho Phalatse from her position. And if you look at what has been doing the rounds over the past couple of days, be it from the Patriotic Alliance, being from Action SA, from the DA, it seems as if when you look at what's taking place now in the city of Johannesburg, it may seem that Mpho Phalatse will be removed from her position. You would remember, Hugo, last year there were motions brought against Mpho Phalatse. The one in September initially succeeded, and we saw the ANC's Dada Morero being installed in September as the mayor. But we know that that motion or that positioning from the city of Joburg was then reversed by the Johannesburg High Court. We also then saw more motions being brought against Mpho Phalatse. That was a motion by the ATM minority parties as well as the AIC. But those motions were withdrawn because of the negotiations having collapsed, because of what took place in the Ekurhuleni Council. And you know that there was a deal struck between minority parties and the EFF to have an EFF mayor being installed in Ekurhuleni, and of course then ultimately be seeing the Joburg mayor being somebody from the ranks of the ANC. So today we know that there are now 3 motions against Mpho Phalatse. It is a motion from the AIC, ATM, and a third one now being from Jama-ah. And what we're seeing from Action SA, I mean, they have been releasing statements just early as yesterday. There's been another one that's being released this morning, and they are now blaming the DA, saying that indeed the multi-party coalition government that is running the city of Johannesburg has collapsed, and it collapses in the hands of the DA. And of course, they also know that they have been in negotiations with the DA, but they are saying that the DA was not willing to listen to them again. And these are the problems that were stemming from even just last year when the DA was accused of being arrogant. But it seems as if even from the likes of the DA, they are also not willing to save their mayor. So it will be quite interesting, Hugo, to see what plays out today. But from what we are seeing and from what we are hearing, it seems as if Mpho Phalatse may just be removed from her position.
Well, interestingly enough, there is an expectation of a different outcome in as far as the next mayor of the city of Johannesburg should Dr. Mpho Phalatse be ousted in today's vote. The Patriotic Alliance, for instance, is in favour of an ANC candidate. Jama-ah and the minority parties are hoping that a minority party will take over the mayorship of the city of Johannesburg. Is this likely to impact the voting process today?
That's certainly right, Hugo. You'd know that even the leader of the EFF, Julius Malema, has always said that they will only support a Joburg mayor, be it coming from the ANC, if only the ANC installs a mayor from the EFF in the Ekurhuleni Council. But we know that today the Ekurhuleni Council will not be presenting motions against their mayor. Instead, it will be motions against the Speaker as well as the Chief Whip. So, it will be quite tricky to see, which way the parties sway here in Council, because you would know that there is some sort of coalition between the minority parties, the EFF, as well as the ANC when it comes to voting powers, even though there is no official agreement. But when it comes to voting processes, those parties who were on the minority benches in the city of Johannesburg had always said that they would vote together, including the Patriotic Alliance. So it's still not clear in terms of who will the minority parties be voting for today when they're looking at somebody to take over from Mayor Mpho Phalatse. Some are saying it will be coming from the ANC benches, while others are saying it will be coming from the minority parties. So we'll still continue, Hugo, to try and get some sort of word from all of these political parties who seem to be coming together to remove Mpho Phalatse, but at the same time, they need to agree who needs to take over from the multi-party-led coalition by the DA.
Mbali, Thethani, appreciate your time coming to us from Johannesburg.